Okay, thank God. That's what I needed to know. I was like, was that just... Okay. Hi, everybody, and welcome to Stuber Stadium here at Stanford University. I'm Carly Waters, and I'm here with Tiffany Lopez today as my co-commentator. It's going to be a really great day for women's rugby. First up, we have Cal Poly women versus UC Irvine. The Aardvarks coming out here on our right-hand side of the field. Correct, they're anteaters. Here comes Cal Poly entering the field. They are last year's reigning champions. You can hear their fans in the stands today. was going to begin. It is not everyone's first time here, but talking to the coaches before the game, we got some keys to the match. First up is Cal Poly. They are looking to push the speed of play on attack and defense. They hope to compete about 50-50 in set piece, but overall they have a structure they are confident in and empower their forwards to make decisions in the middle of the field.
UC Irvine is looking to focus on high speed, dynamic structure. They're really learning from last season. This should be a really exciting match. Cal Poly had knocked out UC Irvine last year at the CRAA Regionals. So I know they're coming in hungry and ready to play.
Absolutely. Today's match is brought to you by 8x8 Sports, the presenting sponsor and official apparel partner of the College Rugby Association of America. 8x8 Sports, we move you forward. We have UC Irvine on our left in the yellow and Cal Poly in the green and white on the right. Unfortunate there, just going to be a knock-on off the receipt. This will be our first set piece of the day in the first 30 seconds, so let's see how this goes. This is a really good opportunity here for UC Irvine, given they're right on the edge of the green zone, providing a good attacking platform for their backs. Tiff, I know you were the commissioner for the D2 women's rugby. Can you talk a little bit about the competitiveness within that league and the proximity of a lot of these teams being based out of California?
Yeah, we're so lucky to have so many competitive teams in our area. Cal Poly had beat our Santa Clara University. That was a really, really intense match. For us, it's really a toss-up to see who's going to be moving on for us, which we're really glad to build that competitive community and camaraderie in our area.
Looks here, UC Irvine's looking to build off their forwards. A few pick and goes there. 10's organizing outside, 10 to 12, 13 in space. Ball goes backwards off the hands. Cal Poly's doing well to bring their energy and get off the line there. Looking a little condensed in the middle of the field here. We can see that their last player's not even halfway. We have the call here from the ref for not rolling from the defensive player. Within rugby, you can quick tap any time, but it has to be within front of the ref and at or behind the mark. So that's exactly what we're seeing here. This is giving Irvine time to set up and set the platform they want to attack with. Little deception there. Poly does well to defend. Good line speed by Poly here. Irvine's doing well to build phases across the board, while Poly has done well to push them back. And originally, remember that quick tap and the scrum were just around the 22-meter line. It's going to be number 12, Melendez, to get Irvine to go forward there. The 9 and 10 for Irvine have worked together for the last 4 years, so they have a really great connection in terms of understanding who's building play structures and who's pushing the speed of play. Quick switch there from the 10 and 12. Looks like we have a knock on at the breakdown there. It's going to be a scrum down to Poly. This will be their first attacking scrum of the day, and we've moved just a bit upfield. Really good platform there by Cal Poly. Backs are already making moves, high speed. Oh, just through the hands there. Here we see Cal Poly building phases. They're using forward pod, here to another forward pod. They really work to empower their forwards in the middle of the field, allowing them to make decisions, tip, carry, accelerate again. Just a few handling errors to get the jitters out here. We are only 4 minutes into this game.
Yeah, I think that's one of the things that's always impressed me about Cal Poly is just their ability to really keep their structure, keep composure. So we'll see a lot of that throughout the game.
Yeah, it is interesting within the collegiate game, especially. You see teams that they're either so structured or so far on the opposite side of it that are they playing 7s or are they playing 15s? Which, speaking of such, that's part of UC Irvine's goal is to play a 7s focused game. Here we are.
And I think that is number 13.
Liz Gothals. She is lovingly known as Gopher within this team, and that is exactly the reason why. She picked the ball up off a drop and absolutely hammered it home. A fun fact about Liz is when her first ever touch of a rugby ball, she ran in and scored an 80-meter try. We're just going to watch.
That does not surprise me.
We're going to watch that replay back here and see just what she's able to do. Hopefully this allows Cal Poly to settle in, fix up their handling errors, and just feel that they have a foot in this game as we start. This is going to be number 8, Natalie Espindola, taking the kick for them.
One thing about Cal Poly, they've always had very good kickers. Last year with Alexis and Gargiola, and this year with their new number 8.
We love forwards who can kick.
Yeah.
Like nothing, it can be so stressful being a key playmaker within the back line, being 9 or 10, 13, whatever it may be, and then having an additional responsibility on top of being the playmaker and decision maker for your team, and then have to go take another task on. So
absolutely
great to see a forward able to do that. Today, our ref team is going to be Monica Roskowski at the center, supported by Havani and Trent as the ARs. Great carry there off the pick and go from Cal Poly. Oh, looks like a slight handling error. Yep, ref has spotted it. We have a knock on by Cal Poly, followed by a knock on by Irvine. So we're just going to reset and give the scrum to Irvine. In today's game, set piece, as a 9 anyways, I feel set piece and scrum specifically are such an attacking platform. So I'm excited to see how your Irvine takes advantage of it. You can see they do have a lot of depth here with their first player being beyond the 50 and their last player just beyond it. Oh, and Cal has turned it over. Last year, Cal Poly did compete in the championship game. They did win, oh, what a hit, against Eckert College. Cal Poly just reorganizing here. You can see they have attack platforms on both sides, powering their forwards. Slight backs overload here on the edge, looking like a 3-on-2. Good line speed by Irvine. 13 again, Gopher on the go.
Gopher on the go.
It's starting to sound like Dolan. Poly doing really well here to clean up their breakdown for their 9. She is able to get some pretty clean ball off the base, which holds Irvine's defensive launch, because that ball is not out unless it's a 2-hand lift. Cal Poly doing really well here to just work through the phase play, building back open wide. We're gonna have a forward carry here. You see they travel in pods of 3. It's looking like they're running in a 1-3-3-1, so that means you're gonna have one forward on the edge as a threat. Ooh, quick turnover there at the breakdown by UC Irvine. Really well adjusted too. 10's gonna hit her forward pod. forwards are coming around again. You can see UC Irvine using a bit of deception here. They like to hide their forward pod behind the breakdown. Shaping up again. It looks like a forward pod off of the 10. So they're taking space. Big carry here.
Big carry.
Irvine, Cal Poly did well to defend that. Space wide if she wants it.
I can't see.
Quick tap here by number 10, Lizzie Darst. This is a really great attacking picture for Cal Poly. You can see they have options across the field. We have advantage here again for not releasing. Darst is going to go fast again. The platform remains the same. You can see Cal Poly is very clear on what their goals are as a team, and they've stayed in their shape and just moved forward. Opportunity right. Ooh. Time is going to be off here. The ref is going to take a second and review in terms of the point of contact there. Going to bring the captain in and the player involved.
And that's a yellow card for number 4, Carly Kovalev.
The tackle must have been right outside the 5, because if we're going to award a yellow card within the 5, that is automatically a 7 points and a penalty try. Exactly. Yeah. So we have to be just on the edge there. Looks like we are. Again, Cal Poly setting up their platform. Number 12, Lily, we take with the carry. Cal shaping up. You can see their forwards heavy on the infield. Back opportunity out wide. There we go.
Oh. Try for Cal Poly.
Absolutely. Let's see if we can get a number on that one.
You know, these Cal Poly jerseys are kind of hard to see, you know, with the white numbers on the back. But
they are, but that was really great footwork and a change of pace for that player out there. You saw the back line there was very confident. They knew exactly what they wanted to accomplish and who they were going to pick on to get their outcome.
I think one of the most dangerous things about Cal Poly is it doesn't matter who has ball in hand. You know, they find space, they have tons of playmakers, and they try to get everybody to have hands on the ball.
Absolutely, and that's just more to their policy of especially empowering their forwards in these scenarios so that when it does come down to it, the backs can just be free. Their coach denoted they've never been the biggest team on the field.
Right.
So they do have to rely on their handling skills and their footwork around the edge and then their speed to finish.
Absolutely.
And that is exactly what we're seeing here, that it is great that these coaches, and the kick is good again by number 8.
Yeah, they really utilize their athleticism and really stick to having good fitness on the team, which helps them, you know, keep composure throughout the game.
Absolutely, and just when you come down to the 60th, 65th minute, that's absolutely something that can set apart teams.
Absolutely.
If it is a tight score, whatever it is, that's when teams pull away.
Yeah. I'd love to see UC Irvine, you know, really pull together. I think, you know, they played defense for a lot of this game. I'd love to see a little bit more on their offensive game as well.
Yeah, I hope they can begin to capitalize on the opportunities when they do have ball in hand. You do see they have the shape available. Their forwards are working connectively with their backs. It's just the final skill execution there.
Right.
Good regather there by Cal Poly. Again, they fall into their shape so seamlessly. Quick pick and go. It's the first time we've seen that from them so far this game. Pick and go again. Let's see, forwards now have fallen out to shape. We're going to play to the backs. 10, 13. Great footwork there. Actually, that's going to be number 8, Espindola. Again, she's just such a dynamic player. She is a run, kick, and pass threat.
Truly.
Great IQ there by 13 just to know that, hey, I have a player off my hip. There's no need for me to die with this ball. Something else to denote about Cal Poly is that every single time they are running onto the ball.
Yes.
So they are consistently a threat.
I mean, they just put absolute pressure on the defensive line.
Yes.
You don't know where that ball's going, and they're always looking for space.
Yeah, a little mishandling there. UC Irvine is going to have the opportunity to attack now. They will have a knock advantage, so they have depending on the ref, a specific amount of time or meters gained, whatever they are looking for to capitalize on this. And if the ref feels they haven't done it, okay, perfect example. The ref does not feel they have earned their advantage to a space that would benefit them overall. They're just going to come back and have the set piece, because at the end of the day, a set piece can be a threat and can be an attacking opportunity. See, the scrum is going to be on the left-hand side of the field for Irvine. This is a good attacking platform because typically the ball's put in on the left-hand side due to hookers using their right foot. So they are up an attacker because the 9 is out of the picture here. Good strike line.
Ball lost.
Yep, lost in contact. We have a knock-on advantage there. The ball will come back for a scrum for Cal Poly. This again is an ideal attacking platform because they are square in the middle of the field. So this is the hardest picture to defend. You have threats on the outside and then threats on the strong side, and no one wants an 8-man running at them less than a wing. Good platform there. Ball's out. Espindola rips around the corner, breaks the seam. Great carry. 9 has to dig a little. Okay, we're going to have advantage for not rolling from yellow. Quick tap there by number 10, Lizzie Dar. She makes great meters. Oh. Irvine did really well there. Now the advantage is coming back to Irvine. We have not releasing from Darst on the break there. The first action as a ball carrier is to release the ball. And as a tackler, your first action is to release the ball carrier. So when somebody comes in for the jackal, the steal, the poach, whatever you want to call it these days, the ball carrier must provide an equal opportunity for the contest. And that's exactly what we saw there. Just have a knock-on in the contact there. A few frantic movements there from Irvine. They are looking to play a bit of a 7 style, but you still have to maintain possession of the ball in order to be able to accomplish that.
Yeah, and I think, it's kind of hard to see, but it is quite windy here.
Yes, it is.
Something just to consider.
Good opportunity here for Polly. They're on the scoring side of the field. Darst with the ball. She's going to drag. A fake there from 12.
Oh,
and there goes
line.
The gopher right through the middle. Great continuity there. Liz Gothals, number 13, in for the try again. So far this season, she has been their top point scorer. Not because of her skill set with speed and carrying, but also because the team is able to highlight that consistently. They understand each other's skill set and put each other into good spaces.
Yeah, one of my favorite things about the college game is learning a little bit more about the players and seeing what they manage off the field as well. The Gopher is actually a biomedical engineer major at Cal Poly, so I can only imagine she's just as tenacious in that field as well.
And she's only a sophomore, so
yeah.
This is her 2nd season of rugby, overall, and then even within her academic career. Irvine's going to kick off again. They've consistently been kicking to their left around the 15-meter. Same target yet again. Big carry here from Cal Poly, and she breaks the line. Huge carry. Support is quick to come. See, this is a tactical decision we're talking about that Cal Poly just has a really good basis off of. They know they received the kickoff and they want to go into 3, 4 forward picks, just so they have time to set up the pictures they want. Here we can see 10 to 12. We have our 8-man stacked outside. Really good decision there, because that's a stab up the middle of the field, which could allow a greater attacking opportunity out wide. 12. That's going to be number 15, Azalea Kubik on the move. Great footwork. She is in for a try. Great execution there from Cal Poly. They're really using their whole backs and forward systems effectively. They're hitting the pick and goes. They have 2 of their most threatening forwards stacked between the backs. You're seeing 10, 12, 2 forwards stacked, 13, 14, 15 on the outside. By hitting the centers in the middle of the field, that creates what I would call a dam in the middle of the field. It makes it hard for the defense to get around the corner, because ideally you are making gain line. That is the goal of that.
Exactly what I was going to say is they just make this space happen, and they run with pure intention, and that intention is the try zone.
Yes.
Beautiful
Here
kick.
we are, 28-0 in the 20th minute of the first half of this game. Looks like we already have a sub coming on the field for UC Irvine. Here we are again, Cal Poly. Oh, it's a fight for the ball at the breakdown. Let's see. Irvine has all players on their feet here to defend. Great carrying by Espinola. Great work to get that extra meter there on her second movement. Ball's available, Lizzie Darst. Good acceleration by Gopher there. Big forward carry here. You can see how the forward bounces out. That is a very hard defensive picture. You're making the outside defender question whether it's their hit or not. Great leg drive, good support. The backs here folding around. Darst. Opportunity here for Cal Poly. Let's see how they realign infield. Let's see, quick breakdown here. Irvine has to work to get on sides. Hit the forward pot again. Absolutely big carries here, just stabbing through the defensive line. Great launch there by Irvine. Bit of a speed bump, but we all are at some point. Darst with the dummy in the half gap. Great contest at the breakdown there by both teams. We do have a player down in the middle of the field. The ref does not need to stop time until it is interfering with phase play. And then it's a safety issue. And the pillars of rugby are safety being paramount. Here we go, opportunity. 3-on-2 on the edge here. There we go, number 15, Azalea Kubik in yet again for Cal Poly. Looks like Irvine are gonna have another player enter the field, presumably for this injury going on in the middle of the field. Good strike by number 8 there. She is kicking into the wind, so it looks like it just took it that time. And that Irvine player is going to stay in the game. Happy to see that. Time is on here. There we go. Irvine is in control here with the kickoff.
Went backwards.
Ball went backwards there on the receipt. We have number 9, Audrey Johnson. Cal Poly again just setting their platform here. Quick pick and goes. Allows them time to set up as needed. Ball's available. Darst. To Lily we take. Off to our forward pod here.
Oh, big hit by number 12.
Big hit, big carry there by number 4. Time is off here. We're gonna take some space. The ref's gonna take a second and talk to their AR. That is why we have them. This helps remove the pressure of making a decision in the moment, because we have to understand as viewers, as players, that when a ref sees something and they're the only one on the field, they are making a call based on their first sight, and that is it. And if they see something, they hear a sound that accompanies it, we can't be surprised if they go to their pocket and pull a card, because of first look, they don't have the opportunity to convene with somebody else. We are lucky enough here to have that. In this scenario, we had number 4, June Staff for Cal Poly, had a great carry. She lowers her body height. They know their strength, their power. We have the UC Irvine player come in. They also lower their height, so that could be a mitigation factor here in terms of determining whether this will be a card or not. So this is going to be a card. I imagine the conversation between the ref and the AR here went, I have high contact, I have the degrees of danger are high, not high, and low. There's no, not high would be medium, but even if we have not high and there's no sense of mitigation, did they lower their height? Was the ball carrier already on their way down? Without these sources, our first move will be a card. If we have a sense of mitigation, then we can go for the penalty, but we do have the card on the field, so UC Irvine will be down to 14 for the next 10.
This is the second time this game that they'll be down, so this is another great time for Cal Poly to capitalize on that.
Yes, absolutely. Espindola there made it 5 meters on her kick. This is our first line out of the game. Again, it is a very windy day, so moving forward, this could impact the size of the tunnel here.
And that was not straight.
Yep. Here, referee is looking for, if the ball is going to be in the center of the chest or the inside shoulder, that's fine, because by definition, it's whether it's deemed completable for the other team. But there, just look to be on the outside shoulder, try to play it away with the quick tap as opposed to the full regather there. And so we will have a scrum down to UC Irvine on the 15. Reminder, they are now down to 14, so they're missing a flanker in their scrum. We're down to 13. Looks like the other yellow is still off the field.
Oh, wow.
Yes. Good decision to keep the ball alive there. Number 6, Polina Chavez with the carry. We're going to have advantage playing the ball on the ground there by Cal Poly. Irvine again with their deception there, hitting their number 4, Carly Kovalev. Quick thinking there by Paulina Chavez again to pick the ball off the breakdown. Nine with the quick tap there. Ball's lost forward. Cal Poly have an opportunity to capitalize here. They will have a knock-on advantage. Okay, ref is deeming that the platform that would be best for them is going to be the scrum at this point in time. They are, again, on their very defensive half, and this will give them a better opportunity in attacking platform. Very hard defensive picture here for UC Irvine. We have 3 players stacked directly behind the scrum. They're matching with 2 left, assuming that Espindola again is going to pick off the breakdown. She goes to the strong side. She's waiting for support. Good seal there by Cal Poly. Big forward carry again to allow the backs to get on their feet. We see Lizzie Darsh shaping to the right here. She has her 15 and wing coming around with her. She loves a slice line. There she goes. Great fake by her. Stiff arm is out. Quick support from her backs. Our forwards are shaping back on the inside. Big run here. Coming around again with another forward pod. Great carry there, gaining about 10 meters. Forward alone in space. Irvine has gotten their hands on at the breakdown before. Quick ball from number 9, Audrey Johnson there. Espindola drives back in, leaving space outside for her speedsters. Quick ball here again. This is an example of the dam. It's very hard for Irvine to come around the corner. Let's see what they do. Darce to the gopher. Quick turnover there from Irvine. Really great thinking. The defense, the tackler was out of the picture, so it's a very clean ball.
That was number 3, forwards captain Michelle Chauvian.
Great work by her. I think that's her 2nd jackal of the game. Here we go again. Forwards are building nicely. Here we go, playing to the backs this time. 10 to 11. Gets her hands free. Opportunity on the outside for number 14, Paisley McLaughlin. 10, Alicia Foster does a great job there to wrap around and provide support for her team. Reminder, they are down a player right now, so you need to resource at all costs possible. Great offload. Big leg drive there from number 4, Carly Kovalev. You can see the 7 cents Irvine is talking about in their style of play. Oh, mishandling there. Offsides line here from Cal Poly, so it's going to be a penalty to Irvine. Again, off a penalty, they can have the option to quick tap, take a scrum, or go for the line out. Play to the backs here. Miss pass. Number 14, Paisley McLaughlin. Give her an opportunity on the edge there. Good defense by Cal Poly coming up in their line. Great carry by Irvine. Scrum looks like we're going to hit the forward pods here. Oh, trick to the backs. Backs want to play again. Here we go. Number 21, Meadow on the edge. Great support play there. Cal Poly really giving a fight at the breakdown there. Forwards are coming around, looking for a mismatch there. They know that Poly has backs on the edge there. Here we go. See some pick and goes from Irvine. Great decision by Irvine there. They noticed that Cal Poly only has 1 in the backfield. They immediately transfer pressure. That's the first time we've seen them make that kind of decision. There are a few different styles of rugby you can play. You can play territory, you can play carry, and in making a decision of which one you're doing, that can transfer the pressure, add pressure to your team. And that right there, knowing they're a player down, they see Cal Poly only has one in the backfield. They don't have any half drops. That was a perfect option and opportunity for them to execute. And they reap the rewards of it with the knock on there. Let's see what they do with the scrum. Just off the center here, we do have 4 on the strong side, 1 on the weak. And we do have 1 player down in the scrum. Poly has won a scrum prior to this. 9's gonna pick and go quickly. Kira off the edge there. Great defensive launch there by Espindola. Got the turnover there, free ball. Three-on-three match on the edge, but we do have the gopher. Incredible job there to stay on her feet and hang on for support. Cal Poly just does such a great job realigning and finding their shape so quickly. Off to the forwards. Darst hitting the breakdown as needed. Espindola, there we go with a pass. We know she's a carrying threat. Yeah, potential knock on there in the breakdown. There we go. Another opportunity here for UC Irvine to have ball in hand. Irvine does really well when they go forward together. So hoping to see a little more of that with just 6 minutes till the half here. Oh, ball seems to be going back and forth there. Good delivery by the 9. Irvine is still setting up with 4 on the strong and 1 on the weak. This time, Poly does have 1 half dropped here. Coming forward together. Big launch by Darce there. Let's see. Great half break by number 10, Alicia Foster. Good ball movement and right intent, but Meadows just out there alone. 9 picks and goes, she's alone again. Good defense by Cal Poly. Forward just shaping up for the quick pick and goes here. Let's see what they can create. Good counter ruck there by Cal Poly, creating balls, spits out, a lot of tension there. Ref just spotted a knock on there in the breakdown. We will have a scrum down in the center of the field on the attacking half for Cal Poly. Looks like our card is coming back on the field here, so we will have Irvine back up to full strength. Cal Poly is set up with 2 different attacking platforms depending on how this scrum goes. 8 bounces back to 9. Great break by her. In support is the gopher. Again, her never-ending leg work. Great efforts by her. Number 9, Audrey Johnson staying available, creating quick ball. Great half gap there. Irvine is working to get their hands in there and disrupt the breakdown. It is proving positive. They need to be careful, though, not seeing much of a release there once they've assisted the tackle. 9 to 12, good spot there. Espindola comes in to support the breakdown. Big pass to space there. Let's see what they can do. Number 15, Azalea Kubik. Slippery as ever. Let's see if she can get it.
So close.
Good defense by Irvine to pull her back down. Oh, great defense again. This is when it matters. Cal Poly knocking on the door.
Yeah, UC Irvine just won't let them score.
Great tenacity shown by them. Espindola is going to cut back in. Reminder, if you are held up in the tri-zone now, the opposition gets to drop kick it out. Is essentially another kickoff. And there we go. Cal Poly prevails. They are able to get the ball out to Maddie Ferrari on the edge, who dots it down.
Yeah, one of my favorite things about this team is they start every game with their team chant. I play for you, I play for me, we play for Cal Poly. And I truly believe, you know, they uphold that throughout their game.
Yeah, such the spirit of rugby as well. I played other sports growing up, you played other sports, and there's just the camaraderie that comes around this community is absolutely unmatched.
Nothing like it.
Espindola putting on the extras again for Cal Poly here.
Just short.
Just shy. Again, kicking into the wind there. See, a minute and a half left till halftime. Let's see if Irvine can make something happen here, bring some energy going into their lockers. Great kick again, targeting number 4, June Staff there. Big carry as ever. Great line break. Support is quick to come. Cal Poly finds their shape here. Darce stepping up. 10-12, Espindola, our forward pod in the middle. Great off shift there. Gophers reload, Darce steps in. We are matched for 4. Great footwork by Liz Goethals, in for her 3rd try of the day. Incredible creation there. You see Liz Darce does such a good job. She receives the ball. She takes 2-3 driving steps at the defensive line. She shapes up and makes them have to make a decision, and then is able to very clearly bring her teammates to the line and put them into space.
Yeah, very clinical fly half.
Very much so. Her organization so far across the field has been great. And the kick is good from Espindola. That will take us into half. Any thoughts from you, Tiff, going into half on what we think UC Irvine might be looking to do?
I'm thinking they're going to look a little bit more to restructuring their defense. I'm sure they want to get into an offensive play mode, but I think they're really going to have to look at the number 8 and shutting her down for Cal Poly, as well as just seeing their space. You know, they look for that space and, you know, just kind of patching up those holes in their defense.
Right. There's still opportunity in this game. Even any points on the board will breathe air into their lungs going into this.
Yeah, I've been fortunate to catch up with the Cal Poly coach, Zach Marco, and he's just an excellent coach. You know, we consider him to be one of the leading coaches in our conference. He leads with a lot of integrity, and, you know, I've asked him, you know, what is it that makes this Cal Poly team so special? And he says there's no secret sauce, there's no secret formula. You know, we play really good, clean rugby, and they play for each other. All of the girls really love to be on the field with each other and for each other, and you could really see that.
And it shows. USA Rugby is proud to partner with the College Rugby Association of America for the 2024-2025 academic year. With future USA Eagles taking to the pitch today, we are pleased to support this experience for all student athletes. Learn more about the USA Eagles and how you can get involved with usa.rugby. Pickle Juice, the official hydration partner of the College Rugby Association of America. Pickle Juice is proven to stop and prevent muscle cramps. Get the edge you need to finish. Gainline, the official sports management partner of the College Rugby Association of America. Gainline, a testament to the power of leadership, innovation, and the relentless pursuit of excellence. American International Group, AIG, official insurance partner of the College Rugby Association of America and proud supporter of the growth of rugby in the United States. And we are back from a halftime. We are convening here. Cal Poly has put 7 tries on the day so far with another 40 to go. It is 45-0 Cal Poly to UC Irvine. Tiff, what are you thinking Irvine can do to improve going into this half?
You know, just based on the last half, I noticed that the Anteaters are just committing too many in their offensive rucks, and it doesn't seem like Cal Poly's countering them. So just being able to use those numbers, especially out wide.
Absolutely. They were down a number as well, so it will benefit them to have all available on feet here. Irvine is looking to play 7 styles of play compared to Cal Poly's direct and powerful structure here. Espindola with the kickoff. Well received by number 9 there, Kira. Oh, big carry there from Irvine. Seeing a little more energy right now on their carries. They want to go forward. That is going to be captain number 1, Izzy Ortiz there for Irvine. Movement here through the backs, 10 to 12, lowers her shoulder. Good tackle there by Dars. Really great IQ there by number 12, Velodram Melendez, with the release there to get back up and go again. Irvine's working to make some shape here, but by bouncing back and forth in the middle of the field, it's not asking a lot of the defense. It's not making them have to work around and find new connections. They are able to just continue who they're connected with and come forward. See that? Very relaxed here on defense, Cal Poly. Would love to see them get off the line with a little more energy here. Big heavy flow from Irvine with the switch in.
Beautiful switch.
Really good opportunity for them. They're slowly chipping away at the meters here. Forward pod coming through. Quick offload, great decision. Number 6, Polina Chavez with the carry. We're gonna come back here. We have an offsides penalty. Again, referee gave advantage, did not feel the meters they made benefited them.
Yeah, so far I'm actually seeing them committing less players into those rucks. Either they heard me on the broadcast, or coach gave them some pointers.
Ball's gonna go backwards there. Good regather from 15, Azalea Kubik. Number 4, June Staff, always lowering her shoulder as she goes into contact there. Good movement. Darce with the ball off to her forwards. Espindola in the middle. Great straightening up and getting the carry from her. Darce once it left again. We have our back set 4v4. We are evenly matched. The Gopher with her footwork. She's so unapologetic when she has ball in hand. Here we go, just a penalty to Irvine for not releasing. The tackle is made when the tackler's knees are on the floor there. Irvine's going to switch it up. They're looking to use more of their platforms from their forwards. They're going to go for the line out yet again. Ball stays in again. Azalea Kubik with the carry. She is running immediately to space. Good footwork. 20-meter carry there at least from her. Polly falls right into their shape with their forwards pods. They're looking for work. They're going to bounce back to the right to June here. Big carry, big secure there. Yep, Irvine is no longer putting anyone in these breakdowns. This will benefit them with their footwork on the ground. Good half gap there from 11, Erin Yarward. 9 moves it to her forwards. We have another forward pod ready to go. Bounce options on. Espandola is ready as needed, calling for it. Yarward in support. Gonna hit June Staff here again with the big carry. She's bouncing to outside shoulders, looking to get that little disconnect and dogleg from the defense here. Numbers up here for Cal Poly on attack. Switches on. Cal Poly also shows really great IQ of knowing when they have support and when it's their time to just go down. Great launch there from number 21, Meadow, within UC Irvine. Big carry here. Irvine has done well in the last 2 phases. They've made 2 tackles behind the gain line, just inhibiting Poly's ability to play at speed. Darcy is going to push the speed here. 10, 12, good read, maintain possession. Poly is sourcing from the outside, so then it stunts their ability to play out again on the next phase. Good handling there, 13 to Azalea Kubik. Great footwork. She is one slippery snake out there. Forward pod ready to go again. We see our second forward pod lining up. Great defensive efforts from Irvine there. That was number 9, Kira Corzellas, making that tackle. Penalty, or knock-on advantage for UC Irvine. Number 10, Alicia Foster, making the most out of it there. Forwards on the move. Offload available. We're going to come back to the knock-on because that last carry there, while they did really great to keep the ball alive and get a continuity, it was a slight obstruction there with the available player blocking the ball carrier, inhibiting the tackle from Cal Poly.
Yeah, I've actually been really impressed by this number 10 from UC Irvine today. You can tell Alicia is just really quick on the ball, really quick to make decisions.
She is, and I honestly, coming in back into this half, it seems like her confidence has gone up. She's really stepping into this role of, it's a never say die attitude, and she's going to make her team proud today.
Absolutely.
Just gonna get a reset here. Referees are looking for some pretty clear pictures at a break at the scrum time here. Oftentimes you're looking for 6 shoulders straight across on both sides. That means that the hookers are not hiding behind their props, which can create a point of unsafety within the scrum. They're gonna give 3 commands. They're looking for 3 actions. These are all with the priority of safety. Here we go. We have an immediate penalty here. The penalty comes when the ball has been put into the breakdown. A short arm will come prior to the ball. So if there's an early engage, a change of bind, that's going to be a short arm. And then anything, and we have a try on the field, and that looks to be Espandola. Quick thoughts there from her. And she will score this try and then attempt to put her own points on it.
Is this a first substitution here for Cal Poly? And we'll be subbing out number 1 for
Sarah Bonono is leaving the field for number potentially 17, Lou Triller, if I'm using how typical rugby subs work. Espandola puts the points on the board this time. Cal Poly are playing with the win, so let's see how they fare. They are certainly a possession team, so shouldn't be a fear for them, but 18, Izzy Wallen has entered the field for Cal Poly. Let's see what she can do. She's going to have a decent 30 minutes here to make her impact in this championship game today. We retract our statement. It is 16, Anya Wilson. Good gather there by June Staff, and she's going to have a go. Quick pick and goes here from Cal Poly. Again, you can see Irvine doing a much better job here to spread the field and give themselves the opportunity to defend and get the ball back. Darce shifting the ball to Espindola. Out back to number 7, who has no number, Ella Blue Wagner. Great attack at the line there by Darston Gopher. Some mishandling on the ground here. We have a knock on by Cal Poly. It's going to be a scrum down by Irvine on the right-hand side of the field. This is a good opportunity for them. They should have all numbers back on the field here. So it will be a stable scrum platform and all options on within the back line. We might have a contact out.
That is the worst.
Nothing worse, yes. At least they know where it is. Time is going to be off for this because this is a medical necessity here.
Yeah, I was actually notorious for losing contacts in college during a game, so our athletic trainer Brandon always had a pair ready and my contact solution.
You have to stay vigilant, and any one hit could knock a contact out of your eye. Maybe somebody else can lend her a contact.
See the Cal Poly players staying, staying ready on the field, staying warm.
Here we go, and time is going to be back on here. We are resuming. We had a knock on by Cal Poly around the breakdown. It will be a scrum down to UC Irvine. They have both sides available for attack. We have the short side with 2 attackers, 1 stacked behind and a wing on the edge, with 4 on the strong side. Ball's available. Good platform by the forwards there. We have a loop by the 10. Alicia. Good continuity there. Keep ball available. Forward pod hidden on the right-hand side here. Irvine showing a lot of tenacity in these last few phases here. Backwards. Forward pod coming in support there. Off feet called there. by the referee. It's going to be a penalty advantage to UC Irvine. Quick tap play again. That is number 5, Ashley Aldama with the big carry there. See, 10 always hitting that loop. It's available. Great turn up there by Alicia. Coming back here again, referee was playing advantage for offsides again. At this point, I'm surprised she is not having a chat with them. This is the 3rd offsides penalty throughout this game, and it is their 3rd penalty overall in the last 5 minutes. Great carry there by number 4, Carly Kovalev, putting Irvine in a very favorable position here. This is the first time they've really been within striking distance to put points on the board. Quick pick and go here. They have opportunity out wide. You see their backs are ready to go. They are very deep in the picture. Pick and go again. Number 5, Ashley Aldama. Irvine, or Cal Poly has turned it over. Lizzie Darce is going to put it in the air. It's regathered by number 15, Emma Bernine. Offloaded to Meadow there on the edge. And Irvine is back in control, still within their green zone of opportunity here. Number 1, Izzy Ortiz there with the stiff arm and fend. Big carry. 10 to 12, 11, 14 on the edge. Let's see some footwork. Good loop there by number 9. Oh. Okay, good recognition by the Gopher to release. 9 goes alone, 8 in support, 10 is sealing. We're going to come back for the high tackle here. Again, now our 4th penalty in 5 to 7 minutes. It does get hard in the second half always as a referee with subs coming in. The potential flow of the game does change, and you need to have those conversations early.
Just what I was looking for, a big carry by number 1 on UC Irvine, Izzy Ortiz. She really has been impressing me this game. Kicker.
Yep.
Threat
with ball.
Yeah, threat with ball.
Yeah. She does it all.
Yeah, she does.
Meadow on the edge. Great footwork there. 15 looping her. That is Emma Bernadine. Just have a knock on there in the offload. It will be a scrum down to Cal Poly on the left-hand side. This is the first setup for Cal Poly that we've seen. We can see the 10 and 12 are stacked. Let's see if there's a little trick play off of this. Again, scrum being on the left-hand side. Espindola going again. That is 12 Lily. We take in support there. Not releasing yet again from Cal Poly. Great defense there. Irvine going for their trick play here again. Of course, gave it to the forwards. Big carry. We see another forward pod shaping up behind. There's number 1, Izzy Ortiz, asking for that ball. We know she gets results. Aldama with the offload. Meadow in support. Great continuity there. Good, very fierce defense here from Cal Poly. Backwards. Referee saw a knock on first glance. It will be a scrum down center of the field to Cal Poly. good attacking opportunity here again. I would suspect that Natalie Espindola will rip around the edge of the scrum, whether it's strong or weak side. We do have a sub coming on the field for Cal Poly. That is number 3, Tegan Hill, exiting the field. She has had a really great day being a part of this team structure and just executing their vision.
Yeah, and I think a little bit earlier there was also a substitution for the gopher, Liz Gothals. She was replaced by number 22, Lizzie Phillips.
See what she can do. A lot of Liz's on this team. That has to,
Yeah.
that has to be
Izzy's, Lizzie's, Liz's.
Great line by
Beautiful
number
run.
15, Azalea. Good job to maintain possession there. As always, just in their structure. Forward strike here. We have another forward pod lining up. Darce finding her way across the field for the next phase. You see our loose forwards. You see Espindola right there stacked on our number 12. We take. Good footwork, good adjustment to the ball. Forwards are reloading back on the strong side. We do have opportunity left. Big carry here from number 5, Mia Nelson. Forward strike again. This is number 2, Gwyn DeChant. Forwards again. Here we go to Darce. We have a forward pot off of her. Moving the ball. That is number 9, or number 7, Ella Blue Wagner. We have a penalty advantage here to Polly for the not rolling from Irvine. Darce is going to quick tap and have a go. Stiff arms out again. Forward pods ready to reload. They do get really great go forward on their initial carry, but
Yes.
it is legal for them to have one latch player. So it would really benefit them to also have that in this picture. Great timing there. Number 11, Erin Yarwood with her footwork, maintaining possession there, just getting them really into this green zone here. Let's see if they can put, oh.
And it's a try.
June Staff makes it in for a try.
You know, I'm always impressed by Cal Poly, you know, their ability to move that ball out wide, but having those runners look to cut back inside and keep that play going.
Number of subs coming on the field right now. Looks like number 15, Azalea Kubik, is exiting the field. Number 10, Lizzie Darce. And potentially our kicker, Espindola.
Yeah, I'm anticipating we'll see some of these speedsters in a couple of weeks at the Sevens Championship as well.
Well, we are really lucky this year because last year Cal Poly had to make a decision within the team of, thankfully they have the depth for this, but they did have to make a decision last year as to whether players were pursuing 15s or 7s, because the way it was operated last year was they had to play on the same weekend.
Yes.
And they did travel with close to 40 players.
Yeah.
Just playing across the board all weekend.
Yeah, just missed that one off the post. Yeah, you know, I'm actually always truly impressed by this program in general. You know, organizing that kind of travel is always pretty difficult, but the coaches' ability to manage both sides was really impressive as well.
Yeah, Espindola did attempt the extra points there, no go with it hitting off the post, and she's going to exit the field for today. She did have a really wonderful game. Big carries, putting 5 extra conversions on the field, and we'll see how our substitutes go.
Yeah, in this second half, we really see Cal Poly working their smother defense. You know, just not really giving much opportunity for UC Irvine. So we'll see if this next side can keep it consistent as well.
Good carry there. That is number 16, Brooke Medina, playing defense there for UC Irvine. Just lost her feet around the breakdown.
This number 21 that just came on, Mia Dunn. We always love to see in this area players coming from high school programs, you know, playing for La Marinda and the Danville Oaks. And I know she has a big family following here today as well.
That's great. You can hear Cal Poly support in the stands as well, which is just always So good to see, especially with both of these teams being within the state, but not necessarily accessible to the area.
Absolutely.
Great flat line there by number 22, Lizzie Phillips. Cal Poly falling back into structure here. Number 16, Anya Wilson with a big carry. Great deep post, putting Irvine offsides actually. Playing again to our forward pods. 21, Maya Dune coming around again.
A knock
Off
there.
our feet. Okay, initial knock. In the carry from Cal Poly, it will be a scrum down. See, they've had a few penalties in the last few calls, so their hustle there was out of fear. See, scrum down for Irvine. Let's see what they do. You do see Cal Poly. They've moved their number 9.
There goes that
Audrey
number 10
Johnson
again.
out to the side here. She's playing half dropped. Quick enough to play some wing for this team while giving another teammate an opportunity on the field.
Love a versatile 9.
It's not me, but yes. You can see here Irvine shaping up for their pick and goes, create some continuity for themselves. Great defense by Cal Poly. Big double tackle there on Ashley Aldama. Ten to 11. 8 with the wraparound. Gonna come back here. It looks like referee had advantage for UC Irvine. See. I'm not seeing the secondary call. Looks like time is potentially off for the moment, while player is tended to. Now would be a really great time for the referee to have, we talk small talk and little talk within referees of, you know what, Tiff, you've been off your feet 2 times. As we're coming back for a kick, I'm going to have that conversation with the captain. Let's have a warning.
Right.
3rd time is going to be off. We're going to have a team talk. 4th time, probably going to see a card.
Yeah.
Because this is now inhibiting our speed and ability to maintain flow of ball. This is, Cal Poly has really upped their penalty count in the second half.
Yeah.
Again, we denoted that that often happens with a number of substitutes. The flow of the game can play. It is a high-pressure game. They are winning by a decent amount, but it is still a championship match, which you don't know how many players have been in this environment before to experience this. But at this point in time, I would hope to see a conversation from the referee. Just, it has been a consistent 5 or 6 penalties within the last 20-ish minutes. See what Irvine does here. Kick to touch, gonna go to their line out. Ball stayed, okay. Ball stayed in, handling area by Cal Poly. We will have a scrum down to UC Irvine. Either way, this played out in their favor. They're getting the ball back. They have a platform to attack off of. You see some Irvine players just shifting in live time here as the scrum's happening. Great scrum by Irvine, getting a drive on actually. Great decision by number 10, Alicia.
Another knock. We're going to play advantage here.
Here we go. We talked about it pretty early on in this half, but Irvine's doing a really wonderful job this time around, recognizing and understanding when to transfer pressure. And here they are. This is their opportunity to score, so Yes, they're under pressure, but they can stay controlled and stay confident in their skill set. You see Polly here really eager around the breakdown, potentially pushing that offsides line. Good deep post here. I see players offsides. We'll see how they capitalize. 10, Alicia Foster with a quick rip around. Yep, we're going to have penalty. Offsides here again. Irvine in for the quick tap, in for the try.
Love it. Points on the board.
Yes. Great fan base here cheering for them. See if we can get a number on that. Really great thinking by that player.
And again, we see that number 1 with the kick, this time off the tee.
We love it. Forwards taking something off the plate of the backs. It's also really great just to show the lack of egos on both of these teams. I think it's very easy when you are in those decision-making positions to be like, you know what, no, like on a national stage, this should be me, so therefore I should do it here, and it's just making the decision that's best for the team, especially on that day. Kick is good by number 1, Izzy Ortiz. Irvine is on the board with 7 points. I would love to see who scored that try. I think it might be number 15, Emma Bernadine. Yes, looks like it. Cal Poly will kick off here with number 12, Lily Weetake. Cal Poly has a lot of redheads on their team, and I've always appreciated that.
They truly always have.
They also have some deep roots in Colorado. They have 3 players currently on their team, 2 coming from Summit County and 1 coming just south of Denver from Castle Rock. Big launch there by Cal Poly. Irvine ready and waiting on the outside with their forwards. Big carry. See number 9 here, Audrey Johnson on the edge, calling her teammates around. Little hesitant in our launch. Okay, great carry and knockoff there by number 12, Valandra. Big launch there by Cal Poly. Continuity continues from Irvine. The tackle happens behind the gay line, putting Poly in a favorable position here. Irvine reloading with their forwards. Alicia Field with the pass and loop. Ball in space. Good tackle by Johnson there. Great ability to wax on and wax off and just avoid that fend. Field going alone right near the sideline. She'll be carried to touch. That is the first time we've had somebody carried to touch.
Yes.
So that's very good. We have substitute coming on for Irvine. Number 12 leaving the field, Melendez for. We have number 14 shifting infield, Paisley McLaughlin, and we have a new wing on the edge. Good contest there. We have a knock-on advantage.
Good hands.
Yep.
Big hit.
Good carry by Mia Nelson there just to clean up that ball and go forward. It looks like we did have a full clean swap between number 9 and 11 for Cal Poly, which actually is what I remember them doing last year.
As well,
yes.
yeah.
Yes, and they have similar hairstyles, so it's
Yeah.
hard to track. Ball's available, forward pod. There we go. Line in. Big carry there, great footwork by Cal Poly. Weak side's available, 12 wants it. We have 22 off her hip. Gonna play to the forward pod here, ball's available. We have another forward pod ready to go. Backs are folding around the corner. We're going to call time off here. We're just veering near the injury, which again, within rugby, is so long as the injury is not life-threatening and not inhibiting the field of play, time will continue.
Right.
If I have a line out and have somebody down and they're not inhibiting my ability to play the line out and their safety's not at risk, I, as a referee, am going to play on. Clock is ticking down here, just under 10 minutes left to go. It is a beautiful day of weather here. Good to get some waters on the field. We did not have water breaks today, even though I probably would have appreciated them as a player.
I feel like maybe you cold Colorado players might find this to be a little hot out here.
No, no, no.
But for
Our
me,
last
it's quite
game
chilly.
was 86.
86 in snow, or
86 and sunny, and that was last Saturday, and then yesterday it was 30 and snowy. So
man, can't imagine.
no. I don't love it, but at least it's melted within a few days. Player is back on their feet. That is number 9, Kiara Corrales. It will be a scrum down to Cal Poly. We had a knock on at the breakdown there by UC Irvine. Again, really great positioning on the field here for Cal Poly. They are center of the field. They are going to set their backs up left on the strong side. This could create some attacking opportunity on the weak side for them if their 8-man wants to rip around and have a go. Looks like we potentially have an 8 carry here again with our 12 stacking inside, as she tends to be the clearer of that breakdown. Irvine's done well to split the field here. Really great scrum by them. Penalty, we have the tight head prop from UC Irvine just driving up. That is a safety issue and not legal. You must be able to take the weight of your opponent and stay square within your positioning. Big forward carry here from Cal Poly, just a slight handling issue. We'll go back to the scrum here. This again could very quickly turn into an attacking platform for Cal Poly, especially given we have now had, with the subs coming in, we have now had 2 penalties at scrum time against Irvine. Good platform. 10 Alicia Fields coming around the corner. In support is Meadow. Rubalclava.
Just lost the ball on the ground.
Big scrum day. You don't always expect to see this many scrums on a sunny day. But
Right.
winds and mistiming cues can always cause that. Let's see. Really good attacking picture here for Cal Poly. They have the whole width of the field, and as we have seen and talked about, their backs have great footwork, great change of speed, and they truly understand how to play at the line. Ball's out. Irvine have won this. Earned field. Okay, kick decision. Cal Poly are ready for it. They have 1 half dropped and 1 straight back. Good regather there from number 22, Lizzie Phillips. One of our many Lizzies. 12, Lily. We take, ready for the ball. Great bump off there. Big carry, big leg drive. Support's there to seal. Okay, looks like we are coming back. Time will likely be off for this.
Got 2 players down for UC Irvine.
Yes. Okay, so this is a perfect example here. The ref's bringing it back because Irvine was not on sides at a very specific play. As you can see, the last carry happened behind where this mark is, so the ref has not deemed them to gain a beneficial advantage. This is an instance where this is a positive choice by the ref to not continue, to turn time off, but does not have to because this player's not inhibiting the play, and their safety is not at risk based on where this ball is and the alignment of these players. Quick tap here by Cal Poly, big carry from June Staff.
You know, even right here, you can see that UC Irvine does very well defensively in these rucks with their post players, but seeing the rest of them support is quite flat-footed.
Yes.
So that allows for Cal Poly just to hit those lines really hard.
Great jackal there from number 9, Kiara Corrales. Really understood the picture they needed to get into to get their hands on it. Irvine has had probably 5 jackals on the day, which is more than Cal Poly. Good regather there from number 9, Audrey Johnson, who's now playing on the wing. A big carry from Anya Wilson. Cal Poly's moving ball to space. Good footwork. Opportunity remains on the left. Cal Poly is numbers up. Number 12 playing at the line. Hands across. Good job securing break down there. We have a forward pod lining up. Oh, just a mishandling there. We will scrum down again to UC Irvine after the knock on and the carry. Time is off for another injury and or cramp. Should we talk about our standouts of the day here for Cal Poly? We have Lizzie Darce.
Playmaker.
Playmaker, 3 tries on the day. No. Liz Goethals. I confused my Lizzes. Liz Goethals is lovingly known as the Gopher for her hard running, change of pace, and killer end lines. 3 tries on the day.
Just at our playoffs alone, she scored 6 tries in our championship game.
Wow, she has been the top point scorer for them. This is only her 2nd year of rugby. In support of her is Natalie Espindola. 2 tries on the board, 6 conversions. Great carries around the back of the breakdown.
Really strong player all around.
Absolutely. You have Lizzie Darce, got a try on the day. Absolutely clinical in her organization and management of her team system and execution of that in these pictures. And we have Azalea Kubik, who 2 tries on the day, the slipperiest snake out there, just incredible in her support lines and taking of space.
Yeah, this team just makes it so tough, right? There's not just one all-star on these teams. I mean, it really is a strong team of just standout players, right?
Yep. So I think for us, our player of the game will come down to being between those 4. And we will see how we convene within the next few minutes here. And we will be back up and running here. We will convene with the scrum down to Cal Poly, I believe. Nope, UC Irvine. See what kind of platform they set up. Again, Cal Poly does have 1 definitively in the backfield, a half drop on the weak side, and a half drop on the strong side. Irvine has looked to put more kicking opportunities into this half, and it has fared them very well. Alicia Fields, here we go with the boot to our half dropped Johnson. Knock on here.
Forward.
This will play Advantage again to Irvine. We will convene again with the scrum 20 meters further upfield. Great transfer of pressure, great execution, and a favorable outcome for UC Irvine. Now we have Irvine set up to the right of this breakdown. We have one player straight back and one on the edge. Stable platform here. Alicia Fields moves the ball, is strong in support on a loop. Great offload, creating 2-on-1 opportunity here. Big carry. Forwards stacking up again. Let's see if they get the carry here. Good continuity offload there. We might see a whistle here if that inhibits our play. Okay, good loop. Really great defense there by Cal Poly. Very connected, a lot of energy to get up in their face and to shut down any sort of carrying opportunities they may have.
Yeah, this team looks like they could play another 80 minutes.
Absolutely. Even with some of the subs just transitioning their positions, they are still ready to go.
Absolutely.
Kick here from number 9, Kiara Corrales.
And she's going to find that gap and straight through.
That is going to be 23, Kari Vogelslang, in for the try. Really great footwork and read of space by her to get in there and get some more points on the board with just under 3 minutes left to play.
Yeah, I was able to connect with the West Coast Conference Vice Commissioner during the halftime, and she was just commenting that you know, she drove up from Fresno just to support this Cal Poly team that she's extremely proud of, the players as well as the staff.
It is great because, again, the conferences are so big and the teams are spread out, so these two teams do not see each other within the regular season.
Right.
And the kick is good. We will probably have time for one more kickoff and a few more phase plays here until this game is set in stone. Kickoff regathered. We have an obstruction here. That is when one player inhibits the ability to be tackled by the other team, and they are not the ball carrier. Oh, okay. Big carry by number 4, Carly Kovalaff. UC Irvine, final wind in their sails here. Alicia Field, fake on the dummy. Off to 14, space on the wide for number 21, Meadow. We talked about their never say die attitude, and here it is. Time is out on our clock, and they are not giving up. Any sort of error here, miscalculation would be the call of the game. Getting 11 on the switch there, keeping ball alive to number 15, Emma Bernadine. Ball goes backwards and will remain in play. ball stays alive here.
Big fends from number 16.
Absolutely. Brooke Medina just very threatening within her carries. Time is going to be called off here. We just have a player down and safety being paramount. We're getting a little too close to that.
That was number 16 from Cal Poly.
Anya Wilson will just get looked at real quickly by the trainers here.
And also looking at number 10 from UC Irvine, Alicia Foster.
Yes. In an instance like this, given Irvine having possession, we will resume at a scrum for Irvine. These again will be the final plays of the day. Time is up on the clock. It's likely off on the ref's watch. But we will play through the final possession here of UC Irvine. It was a hard-fought battle, but Cal Poly will come away with the win today. A very definitive win at that. This will be their second year in a row claiming the D2 Women's Championship.
And their second season going fully undefeated from preseason through postseason.
Amazing. Maybe we should bump them up a division next year.
That's the plan.
Given they're so competitive.
That's the plan. This program really has been consistently building over the past 5 years. You know, we sat down and worked with all of our programs and seeing where they want it to be, and this is where they want it to be.
Yeah. Cal Poly's always had a very competitive men's program, so it's really great to see the women wanting to step into that light and compete at a very similar level. You know, head coach here, he is a former Cal Poly men's player, so feeding in everything he learned and the platforms he was given and just giving back on this side of the game is really great to see.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that community overall, you know, everyone comes out. Sometimes the men's team practices with the women's team. You know, they share resources, they share community. It's really beautiful.
And there's nothing more beneficial than that. You can just, whether they're a higher skill level or not, the speed of play as a whole is just going to be challenging for the women. I know my team trains against a men's team on a Thursday night, and we just simply will never see that speed of play in our regular competition. And that will be the game. Congrats to Cal Poly on a very convincing D2 championship. Our player of the day, MVP for this match, is going to be number 13, Liz, the Gopher Gothalls. Again, this is her second year in rugby. Very convincing with her 3 tries on the day. Her ability to support play and support teammates and execution in space is just incredible. Another sponsor on the day is going to be AEG. AEG Rugby, proud supporter of the collegiate rugby in the United States. Today's broadcast was granted by the College Rugby Association of America. Any use or rebroadcast requires the written consent of the CRAA. From my partner Tiffany Lopez and our entire production team, I'm Carly Waters. Thanks for watching.